honestly, the way we're going at the rate we're going, we'll just keep telling ourselves that we'll perfect the earth, we'll wait for technologies to come up. But if we don't try, like technologies will probably go backwards. Like we've retired space shuttle systems, right? Like the kind of
So
rockets.
It
we
might not
should
even be
spend money on
theoretically
something
possible
that
for us
we
to
don't
do.
know is possible.
Yeah, we don't even know if it's possible theoretically.
And look
Like
at the flip side.
considering our what do you mean relativistic considerations and like our maximum thrust or something that we can
No,
get.
I think that entire argument's flawed when you look at the way we're currently spending money. Like I'll pose the
No,
question to you
there's
now. Do you
minimum
think? Do
effect.
you
That's
think?
obviously going to happen. That's obviously going to
Okay,
happen.
so
There's going to be minimal on space exploration. You're living in, let's say, you're living in a house. You won't spend. Let's say you're living in a big house. You're not going to spend all your money on just going on a flight to Romania and coming back, right? That's going to be a very small part. Everything you're going
no,
to do is
if
going to be
if my
inside the society.
house if my house is on fire, I'm gonna take the next plane out and leave to Romania. You know, unless you're
Yes,
you're
but
you're living you're
it's not like the house has burned down. Like you can still save it. Just call fire
yeah,
extinguishers, right? That will be way
but
cheaper.
but the house is on fire, right? And at some point it's
It is
gonna
on
burn
fire.
down. If not, okay, fine. You fend off global warming. Like some years later, there's gonna be magnetic reversal of the poles. Then you'll have like problems eventually down the line. There could be solar flares. The sun could do whatever it wants. There could be asteroids coming our
So
way,
Yeah.
and
So
we'll keep.
again,
let me
much
put it in
worse at
easier
Mars,
terms.
right? Much worse at Mars
If
and Moon. Like, whatever you're saying, whatever problems you're saying, because there's no atmosphere only. You're just gonna die there without the ozone layer. You're just gonna. It's gonna be really bad. Our space suits can't even tolerate so much UV
No, but
radiation.
but but how do they go from not being able to tolerate them to being able to tolerate them?
It's not a we are not a fucking bacteria, man. You're not gonna get
No, no, no. I'm not saying we have to go. I'm not saying we have to go from that point. I'm saying you said space suits, right? I'm saying how do the space suits go from that point? Obviously, we can't go from that point. So the space suits aren't going to go from that point to that point unless we decide they have to, right?
yeah. So my point is, isn't
so,
it
but
way easier either to go to habitable planet or to save Earth? There's no other option. Where else do you want to go? It makes even more sense if you say on Jupiter, some moon, I think Ganymede or Titan, where water is there.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
makes sense for us to at least go there and colonize there. Colonizing Mars or something, we still like it's gonna take like hundreds, 200s of years.
Okay.
There are two things. You are saying we're gonna convince people to leave their homes. I'm saying we're gonna convince people to save their homes. What do you think is easier?
I
Socially, just
think, of course, to save the home, but again, I'm going to say the house is on fire. That's only a certain amount of time you can use the fire extinguisher.
agreed. But we don't even know, right? We don't. You're saying screw Earth will go, but you're saying we don't even know. Most likely, we will
See,
be able to extend as much as we can global warming, and we could be able to even reverse it. We could be able to like if you're talking about such an idealistic technological scenario, definitely we should be able to do that.
my point of view is the goal, like the thought process that gets you to save the earth is the same thought processes that takes you to realize that the earth is not enough, or like we need to go beyond the earth. It's not like the thought, like if you're
See,
able to
the
convince the
Earth is
entire
not enough.
planet.
It is way easier to like fix it, no? Then you're just gonna make
That's
sun
what
more
that's what you
problems when you go to
think.
Mars.
Like from the way I see it, I think it's the same mentality as to if you can convince people to save, like you're telling me, why would anyone want to give up their life, like to go and live on Mars, right? I'd ask you the same problem. Why would anyone ask you the same question? Why would any country today want to give up a growth or like exposure? Why would India listen to anybody when they tell them to shut down, like cut down on the carbon emissions? They'll just tell every single country that, hey, you did it when you were going through industrialization, we'll do it now.
Yes.
Yeah, so
But
why
India
will
is
any country
actually,
ever listen to that, right?
I agree that's why we are facing so much issue with trying to prevent global warming. But that is way easier to do. Like you are seeing some
No,
progress there
so
at least.
so
so
no,
Adarsh,
so
using that same example, if we don't have the simple unity of slowing down some sort of industrialization to prevent global warming, how will we move into a global effort of such as space colonization?
Again, I don't think it has to be global. I think it starts from somebody, some corporation, some single person, and then when everyone realizes, that's when it gets global. I think it's the same. It's the same. Like if India is able to go from the point of realizing that, look, we need to cut down carbon emissions, not
So like
because
once one person goes to Mars, he will realize it is very amazing there or something. No, right?
no,
Nobody will realize.
no. Okay, okay. So since you're talking like the house itself, like why would anyone save the house? Like why?
Why would anyone save their house? Because you don't want to go and live on the streets, right? That's what you're saying. Because that it is way worse than living on the street. You may die on the streets too if you go on if you go to Mars. So rather than that, you want to stay in your house, try to save it. Or even if it's burned down, you want to build it back, right? At least you want to try that. Instead of instead of just trying to just go out of the house, leave everything there and just go out of the house. Then you go to another house, you burn that down, you burn next one down. We are not ready as a civilization, is my point. Forget technological advancements. Like you keep on burning houses down. That's like you're never gonna say like humanity is safe. Like your point is, once you go there, you're gonna up Mars, and then you're gonna ask where do you see humanity in 200 years? Again, you're gonna ask that. Are you gonna return back to Earth and then terraform Earth again? Like what is your point? Like, or you're gonna go out of space? Like,